This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
As players in the National Football League continue to make national headlines for their choice to stand or kneel during the national anthem, we talk with a local sports editor about the situation. Welcome one and all to the show, and thank you so much for your time. I'm Ken Carr, and this very broadcast is available in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513, and you can take it with you on the go with the Samsung Productions app. And we start, like always, with headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman was in our studio today to record his weekly editorial segment. At the end of our discussion, we started talking about the national anthem and the controversy in the National Football League. Our talk took us back to the first game at Beaver Stadium at Penn State after the terrorist attacks of 9/11. Because, Dave, sports gives you the opportunity to come together as well. You mentioned that September 11th game at Beaver Stadium. I remember being there, and you talk about it also has the power to unite. I remember doing the We Are USA chair and just feeling, still very special about that. So maybe through sports, too, as divisive as maybe some things are in the country, they can help bring us together.
Hey, there's no doubt about it, too. Like I said, a good thing I saw, as a part of a book, too, is Bill Curry, former football coach at Georgia Tech, and I believe it's at Kentucky and also at Alabama. He's a member of the Vince Lombardi's team on the Green Bay Packers. He played for the Baltimore Colts, and he was an ESPN analyst as well. And he has a thing called The Huddle. It's a book. It's a phenomenal book from what I understand. I didn't read the book, but I saw a video clip of him talking about all the different people that make up the huddle, and that's what we are in this country too. We're all made up of different people, different likes. But he said when you cut and you bleed, you all bleed in the same blood. So and that's something that you take to heart. We're all Americans, and we all have a right to do what we choose. And let's get on with it. And it's a conversation that needs to be brought up. But when you're there for sports, once the game starts, let's talk about the games. And then if other things need to be addressed, well, then that's what has to happen.
And see Dave's full segment when we talk about the Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame and Penn State's win over Iowa tomorrow on SSPTV News. In other news, the Ott Miller Playground is open in Hazleton. The playground was closed as a precaution on Friday after reported snake sightings. Officials received reports of the sightings, including a timber rattler on the streets near the playground. Mayor Jeff Cassatt says that a half-dozen traps were set and nothing was caught. The mayor emphasized that no snakes were seen on the playground itself. The Greater Hazleton Concert Series kicks off its new season tomorrow night. The first performance features River City Brass, which is described as the Boston Pops of brass. Concert Series President Amelia Bergeron encourages everyone to take an annual membership that includes 7 concerts in all.
If you want to build the community, you must invest in it. And to invest in us is building the community positively. Also, it is the best deal around. Our concerts are all professional. I'm not putting down amateur groups. There's place for everybody, but they're the same performers that you would see on the Broadway stage, at Carnegie Hall, the Lincoln Center, Kimmel Center, and so on and so forth. So please come and experience. There's nothing like seeing a live experience.
Tickets and memberships will be available at the door tomorrow. The concert begins at 7:30 p.m. at the Hazleton Area High School. Go to hazletonconcertseries.org for more details. Samsung Productions will host a free premiere of our recently created Angela Park documentary. After more than a year in production, this fabulous documentary is now available on DVD. Hear from the park's creators, past employees, and park goers. Come share and enjoy the memories of Angela Park. This free premiere takes place Saturday, October 7th at noon at the Cinema and Draft House in West Hazleton. The DVD of the documentary will also be available for purchase at the premiere for a special one-day price of $19.99. The Hazleton Area Public Library is offering a variety of free events for people of all ages. Our Lisa Sugart has the details.
Fall is here, and it's a busy time at the Hazleton Area Public Library. Here to tell us about the many events for both children and adults, I have with me today Mary Jordan, who is the head of Youth Services, and also Alexis Neapolitan, who is the Reference Department head, the branch liaison, and the adult program head as well. You have a lot of titles there, Alexis.
Wear many caps.
So now, Tell us, I guess, there's so many things happening right now. Tell us about the many events that are free for people to know about.
All the programming is free of charge and open to the general public, although we do require reservations or registrations for all of the programs. And they can be made by phoning the library and asking for the reference department. And the phone number at the library is 570-454-2961. And our first event is coming up this Thursday night at 6 p.m. in our community room, which is the Green Street entrance. And it's a family fall frolic, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We have fall bowling, we have leaf art, we have draw a story, there's going to be a scavenger hunt, and there's going to be a twister contest as well.
Wow.
Next Thursday, which is October 5th at 6 p.m. in our community room, we're going to present the mid-year 2017 Economics and Money Markets program. On Saturday, October 7th at 2 p.m., we're going to offer a basic Photoshop tutorial presented by local author and painter and artist, David Corrado. And on Thursday, October 26th, we will be offering a scarathon. It's the second scarathon that we're offering. It's a double feature. The first one is at 6 p.m., and that will be for the entire family. Then there will be an adult screening of a horror film at 8 p.m. Our final program is scheduled, for this year at least, is scheduled for Thursday, November 30th, and that's going to be a holiday cabaret with a Robert DePyra, who's coming from Lansdale. He's a classical guitarist. He's going to offer the Nutcracker Suite, Charlie Brown Christmas, many traditional Christmas songs as well.
You guys are very busy, and that's just the adult section of it. So now we turn to Mary, who's going to tell us about the youth services. And you have some programs, I guess, that are already underway, but it's not too late to sign up.
No, it's not too late. We have them going on for several weeks. We have our fall story time going on right now. We have a group for toddlers that meets on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. And then our preschoolers meet on Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. Toddlers are 2 to 3, preschoolers are 4 to 5. Like he said, it's free, and to register, it's the same thing. You call the library, but ask for the children's department for our sign-ups. We also have a Saturday story time. We bring someone in. She's a physician's assistant who grew up in West Hazelton. She wanted to give back to the community, so she does it's a STEAM story time. So that's science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And then I do a STEAM program for older kids for ages 8 and up. And let's see, our first one will be on October 3rd. Then we have our teen time, and we do this once a month. So October's is coming up. It's October 17th. It's Tuesday at 6 p.m. And it's for kids in grades 7 through 12, and we're making a slime. And then for Christmas, we'll have our annual Christmas tea for Grown Up and Me, it's called. That'll be Wednesday, December 6th at 6 p.m. and Thursday, December 7th at 6 p.m., 2 different times.
All righty. Well, there is a lot certainly going on at the Hazelton Area Public Library, and there's also great events going on at the branches as well, so check with your community branch libraries to see what's going on there. Again, if you'd like to, these events are free, but you must register. As both Alexis and Mary said, please call the library at 570-454-2961. Don't be disappointed, because the events will be filling up quickly.
Thanks, Lisa. Well, this block of news is over, but don't be sad. Still to come, another outdoor adventure with Kent Jackson. And in sports, we'll talk with some of the senior leaders on the Marian Catholic girls volleyball team. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazelton Standard Speaker.
Hi, today we're going to talk with Frank Skakowski. You might know Frank as the former mayor of West Hazelton or from his law practice in West Hazelton, but you might not know that he's a great outdoor explorer, and he's going to tell us how the outdoors has become part of his life. And Frank, why don't you start out by just telling us about your introduction to the natural world and what got you to enjoy being outside?
Okay, Canton, I thank you for that introduction, because that is what I really like to be known for, my love of the outdoors. And that has come about from an early age with my dad. He would take me and my brother, usually I remember those memories, probably before that, but my brother John and I were the first ones to go for mushrooms in the fall. And he would get us out in the woods, and he would show us all kind of things. These are chestnuts, show us the mushrooms. So he's been doing that from an early age with me.
How do you spend your time when you have free time to go outdoors? What types of activities do you like to take part in?
Yeah, again, I'm always out walking. I try to get my 5 miles in every day, and I spend a lot of times, now it's mushroom season, and again, we lost that a couple of years ago, but we carry on the tradition. We gather some of the mushrooms for Christmas Eve and for the soup. I still do that. And during the blueberry or huckleberry season, as the old timers here would know that, swampers, I still go out and gather the berries, chestnuts, and a lot of that stuff. But now I've got into photography, and with the social media, I'm enjoying sharing that on my Facebook page and a blog that I have. So I'm hiking out the rails, the trails, which is a great organization here in town, or the Peepinell Wetlands or Riverlands. We have so much beauty here in northeastern Pennsylvania, and people, I just like to encourage people to enjoy it.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the Riverlands? It is definitely one of your favorite places. Just from reading your blog, I see how many times a year you're there.
I found it about 7 years ago, and I fell in love with it. There's such a diversity of wildlife down there. Just the other day, I saw a bald eagle in a tree. I snuck up on him. There's eagles. I saw bears, a cinnamon bear down there. In the spring, you got the frogs, the chirp of the spring peepers. You got the turtles. There's so much activity. So usually when you're going down there, you're going to see something. Snakes and all kinds of birds. It's a birder's paradise. They get all kind of water birds, the wood ducks. There's the songbirds. So any season, and I'm starting to, as the years go by and you see them year after year, you get an appreciation for that.
And you're starting to know, well, this is October, this is what I'll see when...
You go looking for it, exactly, yes.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Another great day to enjoy the great outdoors. Here's our local forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight, patchy fog after 3 a.m., otherwise mostly clear. We'll have a low in the mid-60s. And then on Wednesday, patchy fog before 11 a.m., otherwise mostly sunny, high of 82. Warm once again. Wednesday night, chance of precipitation 20%. We could see some showers before midnight, partly cloudy, low in the mid-50s. Thursday, sunny with a high of 66, mostly clear at night with a low of 45. Friday, mostly sunny, high of 64, 40% chance of showers after 9 p.m. at night, mostly cloudy, low once again in the mid-40s. Saturday, 40% chance of showers before 9 a.m., mostly sunny, high of 59, and Saturday night partly cloudy, low of 41 degrees.
Well, if you're deciding to book a party at a venue like Edgewood, chances are you're thinking, how does the food taste? Well, here this year, they are revamping the menu at Edgewood. Not like the food wasn't good before, but I'm told it's going to be better than ever. Right, Samantha?
Absolutely. We are so excited to unveil these menus later in the year. We have some really great new options for all of our guests for any sort of event that you're looking to do.
So you can get the traditionals, but if you don't want the traditionals, there are going to be some other options. I know that you cater to dietary needs, vegan, vegetarian, for children.
Yes, absolutely. So we can actually do anything that you would need if you have any sort of allergy or need some sort of special dietary restricted meal. So as long as you're a booked event, just let us know, who would be needing those certain things, and we could certainly make them for you.
And when you book your wedding here, you actually get to come in. I'm sure that's the bride's favorite part. And you can bring 1 or 2 people and you can taste the food.
Absolutely. So we love that day. We do a complimentary taste testing for our brides and grooms, and they're able to bring 2 people along with them. And it's just a nice day to sit down and relax. You get to try all of the food. Our chef, Jeff Keller, he actually makes everything from scratch. So it's a nice time to sit there and he'll make things to your taste.
Very good.
So again, you're looking at some of the items that will be on the menu for 2018. If someone has any specials, like they want lobster roll, is that something that you do?
Sure, absolutely. So we are so open to customizing. We love that. We love to hear the new ideas that brides and grooms and the different types of things that they would like, even for events too. So if there's anything that you want to customize off of your menu, we're happy to do that for you.
Very good. Stop by Edgewood here in Drums.
Thanks, Janine. I want that chicken stuff I just saw. It looks delicious. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers on our green screen. Pick 2, 25, pick 3, 683, pick 4, 2504, pick 5, 28903, and the wild number is 8. We have some Marion girls volleyball coverage, a scoreboard, and we'll talk about the North Schuylkill Football Hall of Fame when we come back.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Marion girls volleyball coach Dr. John Falabelle won his 300th game on Monday, and it was a good one. The Phillies beat fellow Pennsylvania Power Holy Redeemer in 5 sets. Doc has built something very special in hometown, and recently we talked with his 3 2017 captains to see what life is like as a Philly.
Marion senior Jasmine Mooney spends a lot of her time soaring and scoring. A lot of her kills are set up by teammate and fellow captain Gianna Augusti. It's hard to imagine 2 of the best players in the state not performing at a high level for the Phillies. Augusti and Mooney have been a part of 2 teams that have made it to the state championship, but we all have to start somewhere. For as talented as Mooney is, she didn't start as a freshman at a school that's usually loaded with talent.
I remember Gianna and I used to sit on the floor at the end of the bench because there weren't enough chairs. But yeah, I had to work for the position, and once I got it, I kept it because I just knew I kept having to work hard to stay in that position.
I don't know if you've had a chance to think about it yet, but have you thought about, wow, we were those kids sitting at the end of the bench? I mean, how crazy is that?
Yeah, I drive one of them to school and to practice sometimes, and she always talks about how she's at the end of the bench, and it just makes me sad a little bit to think about that it was already 4 years ago.
Who's that? You say?
Tatiana Zlaniak, and I live next to her and her sister, so we carpool to school and to practice a lot.
Even while she was competing with the seniors to get off the bench, Mooney still respected them and looked up to them. Many girls growing up around here dream of playing on this court one day, and they idolize the young women they're watching star for one of the best programs in the state.
My sister actually graduated the year I was in 8th grade, so we're 4 years apart. They won the state championship her senior year. So ever since then, I was like, wow, I want to be on varsity. I want to play in a state championship. I want to play at that level. Even Rachel Karjurek, one of our coaches, I was like in 4th grade when I was watching her when she was a senior. I just always remember, like, I want to be like those girls. I want to be playing Marion volleyball, going into districts and leagues and states.
Now Toni Galasso is one of those girls. She's a co-captain along with Mooney and Augusti. It's a role the 3 take very seriously.
Well, coming into Marion, there's a lot of pressure on you, so you just gotta like learn to relax, and you gotta help the freshmen out, and they have a lot of responsibilities, and you just kind of be like their mothers, basically. Well, like the school part of it like stresses you out as a freshman. So after like school, we have practice later, so we go in the blue room and like we try to do homework together, and then when you get on the court, it's like you got to forget all those problems, and then we just kind of help each other out.
Being a leader is helping Augusti with a part of her game she struggles with, being too hard on herself on the court.
Yeah, because on the court, I kind of get mad at myself, and I don't want the girls to get mad at themselves, because after a play, if you make a mistake, there's always the next play, and you just got to forget it. And I try to teach myself that, but I'm not really good, so I try to teach the other girls that.
Mooney feels the family atmosphere of Marion volleyball is a big contributor to their success. For example, the senior seems to always make herself available when a teammate has a question.
One of the freshmen already texted me this year, and they were like, what do I do? Like, how do I make Doc happy? And I just said that if he yells at you, it's a good thing. I used to cry when I used to get home from practice because I was so nervous, and he would yell at me all the time, but it really means he cares about how you play and your improvement.
That really molds you? You feel what you went through and everything made you what you are?
Yeah, I had a lot of pressure on me. He always tried to make me my best, and I thank him for that. So
The 3 captains have come a long way, but they remember what it was like when they were first starting out, and that's why you'll see them before every game cheering on the JV team and the next generation of leaders at Marion Catholic.
Congratulations to Doc Falabelle on his 300th win. Now let's congratulate some local golfers. Moving on to the District 2 individual championships. This is the SSPTV Standard Speakers scoreboard. Matt Boretsky and Brian Bartle of Hazleton area made the cut, and they will play for the 3A title. MMI's Morgan Long placed third at the pre-district tournament to move on to the 2A competition, along with teammate George Palermo. Grace Babinchak of Hazleton area shot a 47. She'll move on to the 3A championships, and MMI's Jessica McClellan qualified for the AA level. Back to girls volleyball, where Emily Lawrence had 15 kills for Monoy area in a win. Halifax beat Shenandoah Valley. Pottsville topped North Schuylkill, and Tamaqua fell to Minersville. MMI beat Hanover area in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Gabby Cupshow had 12 service points for the Lady Preppers. Crestwood shut out Hazleton area in field hockey. In girls soccer, Hazleton area and Tamaqua lost. MMI lost in girls tennis. Catherine Pinto had the lone win for the Lady Preppers at #1 singles. Chris Bryant hit his 29th home run of the season for the Cubs as they beat the Cardinals 10-2, and their magic number to clinch the NL Central is now at 1. North Schuylkill recently welcomed 6 new members into their Football Hall of Fame. Josh Caddy graduated in 2010 and was a standout center. Scott Jagelniski graduated in 2011. He played on the defensive line. Jonathan Green played on both lines and graduated in 2012. He was also nominated to play in the Big 33 game and made a few All-State first teams. Ryan Henning graduated the same year as Green and played quarterback and long snapper. Mike Shinkus was a member of the same class and played tight end, fullback, and linebacker during his time as a Spartan. And Brady Sims, also a 2012 graduate, played on both lines. The Spartans have really had some impressive lines recently. And that's sports for this Tuesday.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. The Laurel Mall will host the following events in the month of October. If you have any questions regarding these events, you can call the Laurel Mall at 570-454-2100. And there will be a Tricky Tray fundraiser on Saturday, September 30th at Saints Peter and Paul Lutheran Church on Alter Street in Hazleton. Doors open at 1 p.m. and the event will begin at 2 p.m. If you have any questions, you can contact the church at the number on your screen. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Earl G. Billig of Tamaqua. Service will be Saturday at 10 a.m. at Trinity United Church of Christ in Tamaqua. Friends may call Saturday from 8:30 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Zileman Gula Funeral Home in Tamaqua is handling the arrangements. Patrick J. D'Onofrio of Drums. Mass is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. at Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church in Freeland. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. at the McNulty Funeral Home in Freeland. David Leroy Hetzelman of Drums. Arrangements will be announced by the Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. Martha Konashewski of Sugarloaf Township. Funeral will be private. Friends may call Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazleton. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Frank Shell of Hazleton. Call now at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
Our friend, Penn State Alumni Association President and Hazleton area native Paul Clifford will be on the newscast tomorrow to give us some insight into that big game that was in Iowa City this past weekend. That's it for today. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.